So we were here last Tuesday. So I talked about that market is definitely up, but it's approaching the resistance level. I also covered that there's a possibility for the market to even just pass the level 4,200, but we are approaching the level and the reaction just came on that day. So that starts the pullback of the market. So how's the pullback like? So first, here is a pullback, the spread. So that's the price spread of the bearish bar. So not too bad. At least there's an attempt to close below the previous low. But in the end, the close is still within that body, within the white body. So not that bearish. And most importantly, look at the supply, the volume. There's a slight increase of the volume. So suggesting that there's increase of the supply, but by how much? So if you compare to even the previous reaction like here, look at this. This is the supply level or previous reaction, something like this. So approaching the 4,200 level and have a reaction. So here's the supply. The level of the supply is something like this. But comparing to here or here, the supply level is still lower. Okay, so it's just kind of increased a little bit compared to green volume right here. So at a point, it is not that bearish. So at least the first bar is not that bearish. So second, there is a continued follow through to the downside next. So in the end, what do we have? There's a demand tail. And how's the volume like? Well, I would say pretty much similar to the previous bearish bar, slightly decreased. And most importantly, there's a demand tail. So suggests that there is some form of the buying at where? At this point. This is the access level, 4080 to about 4100. So I used to talk about while the market is going up from here, I talk about that, well, it's access level, access area. We could expect some kind of the profit taking or even see some meaningful pullback from here, but it didn't happen. Instead, there's a breakout bar. So at the moment, this reaction is just like a test of this breakout bar. And also, of course, the access area, 4100 to 4080. So this is the access area that is currently testing on top of testing off this breakout bar. So this is the important bar that the market always will get tested. So the bar that actually breaks out from a significant level. So at the moment, once it gets tested with not that threatening volume, and we also get attempt to rally. So there's a bullish bar here, and then followed by this one. So this is a holiday. And what's most interesting is yesterday. So look at yesterday. So yesterday there was an attempt to sell off, but in the end of the day, it's just closed near the high. So if you look at the hourly chart, so yesterday price action seems like there is a demand coming right at that level. So that is the good thing. We can tell from here, the 4100 is a support level. So once we have this reaction down and suddenly demand come in and just get buy up, bought up. And also so far is holding up again. So you can just definitely see that there is demand at the level at 4100. And most importantly, the supply is not that scary, not that threatening, and is still decreasing if we compare it to the past. So decreasing of the volume level. And if we look at the price action, so how's the characteristics of this pullback / consolidation? So a lot better than this, a lot better than this, and also better than this. So this sort of the characteristics are first, low volatility. So take a look at the volatility here. Look at the bar spread. We do not really see this big bearish bar or this kind of the big bearish bar. Instead, that is at most, that is the biggest bar that we have seen. So the volatility is a lot lesser. So that is really a good thing for the bull. And second, look at the magnitude to the downside. Okay, so the shallow type of the pullback is barely just tested, I would say 1/2 of this bar, or you will say probably 2/3 or 1/3 from here. So it's still considered very, very bullish. So unlike the previous type of the reaction, so once we get this, then look at this reaction. Look at this reaction. So it's very sharp. So unlike this kind of the shallow type of the reaction, but of course, the consolidation or the pullback is still ongoing or still unfolding at the moment. So we can't really rule out that it will have second leg down, which is still possible. So at the moment, I will still treat this as just a normal, healthy pullback out from this, from here, from this uptrend. So pullback. So whether we'll get this sort of the simple pullback means that it's just pullback and then go up and then going up as well. Or we'll get some form of the complicated pullback. Slightly complicated means like ABC, A, B, C. And then it's just going on its own. So we're still yet to see. But so far, I still stick to the simple pullback. And the most important thing is we'll just work level by level, day by day. We don't really need to predict that much, to anticipate that much. And so far, the immediate support level is very straightforward, 4,100. This is the immediate support level. And the resistance level is obviously just we got here and also this high right here. And if we can just see the price hold above 4,100 with this low level of the supply, then it will just easily can see the price have another leg up and to attempt to break above 4,200 level. And at that point, then we need to see and judge whether we'll have a reaction from there. But so far, if you look at the big picture, how's the big picture look like? Okay, of course, you think you could really spot this. This is a trading range. So it's very straightforward. Big picture, we still start in a trading range. But since probably here, okay, since October, we got a low, we got a higher low, higher low, higher low throughout. So that's really good thing. So higher lows throughout since October. And if you really want to find some form of the pattern, here's a pattern that you could get, okay, ascending triangle. So I wouldn't be too surprised if suddenly there is some form of volatility pickup and then if there's a reversal. But even if that happen, as long as the level still hold up, like this level, 3,900 still holding up, is still bullish because the market always has the right to test to this level, this level, bouncing up. So market always has the right to do this kind of the deep test. But even if this happen, we still got a higher low throughout, right? And become a triangle or ascending triangle formation. So that's still a good thing. But of course, we need to judge the supply level as well. Okay. But so far, I'm bullish until this level get violated, 3,900. So anything, even can just come back here, test, bounce, or even fail. Doesn't really matter as long as 3,900 can support, then I'm still bullish. So if this level just broken, then I will switch to the bearish view. But so far it's bullish. And I suspect that based on this sort of the volatility, shallow pullback, low volatility, very low supply, it could suggest timing to move out of this trading range. So this is the trading range I'm talking about. So they could suggest a timing to attempt to break 4,200. And if we could do that, then next level, of course, is 4,300 level. And if we can see the price actually hold up again above the 4,200, means something like this. We see that leg up, pullback, consolidation, going up. So likely we could really see 4,600 as the target, as a very meaningful target. So if that happens, then it's super bullish and a lot of the stocks will have a huge rally if the index do that. So far, even from here, 4140 to about 4200 or even 4300, even if it come here and then fail, have this sort of upthrust, there is still fair bit of a distance. So definitely a lot of the room to go up. And so far, I did not really see a threatening price action, and also volume looks very healthy. Okay. So that's the S&P 500. So if you look at other markets, so let's take a look. Okay, so here, Nasdaq is still looks very bullish. In fact, Nasdaq just looks like a textbook style of the back test. So a back test of what? So a back test of the access level. So let me just point it here. So take a look at Nasdaq 100. So far we have experienced, we witnessed that a lot of the super huge mega cap Nasdaq, the tech stocks just rally up. And take a look at this. If you just trade Q, triple Q, then there is breakout, pullback, tested the access level, this access level, access level. So very textbook style of the backtest. So here is a good entry point for you to trade the pullback reversal. So breakout, pullback, tested, reversal, hammer, and then put your stop just below the breakout bar. Very straightforward. And suspect that it's going to just go up and test the next level up, 13800, the previous swing high level. So that's the Nasdaq 100, still bullish. And in terms of the Dow Jones, so it even shows a lot of the resilience, especially for the past week. Look at how shallow is this kind of the consolidation compared to S&P 500, compared to Nasdaq 100, or compared to this very volatile Russell 2000. So look at this very shallow type of the pullback, and also not much supply show up. So very bullish for the Dow. So the 30 stocks that make up Dow still doing very, very well. And likely that so if we see a type to break out from the range, then it will just go to test this swing high, and likely that is going to break out and from there see a meaningful reaction. And for the Russell 2000, so far, it still needs some more work. Although that we see that supply has been decreasing, that's encouraging, but it still failed to just come in above this important level. So 1800 is an important level, but it's just a matter of time for it to gather up the momentum and also to just work its way up. So far, Nasdaq 100 is still the strongest in terms of structure, but also watch out for the Dow Jones. And looks like for the past weeks, it shows a lot of the outperformance, and also S&P 500 is very resilient as well. So all bullish. If you want to catch my latest videos, click on the subscribe button and the bell right now so that you get instant notification once I upload my latest video. If you want to check out my online courses, go to tradeprecise.com to find out how to profit consistently from any market without using complex indicator or understanding any financial statement, no matter you are trading or investing.